What's up, guys and ladies? How you doing? Today I want to talk about this whole North Korea situation, and I think you guys might be interested in hearing what a South Korean American thinks. Yep, I am South Korean, and yes, that is the quote-unquote good one. I don't know why, but for some reason I get asked that all the time. Is that the good one or the bad one? It's the good one. Well, I'm actually half South Korean and half Irish. For you guys that know me, or maybe you've seen my pictures, I know, I don't look like it, right? I always hear that I look more Hispanic, or maybe just white, you know? It's funny, sometimes right after someone finds out that I'm Asian, I see them looking up at me, standing there at 6'2", and I can see the look on their face as they realize that Yao Ming isn't the only Asian taller than them. But yeah, I was even born in South Korea. I didn't stay there long. I was only 12 days old when my family moved to the United States, but I do have a lot of family over there in Korea still, from my mom's side. Aunts, uncles, all that. So that's why this issue is especially important to me. Okay, so if you haven't kept up with what's going on, the North Korea leader, Kim Jong-un, looks like he wants to restart the Korean War. He's been threatening South Korea and the United States. He's got nuclear weapons, and he's been doing these missile tests that prove that he can get a nuclear warhead to the United States. He even told his troops to prepare for all-out war. So now the question is this: is he crazy enough to start a war? To me, it sure looks like it. You guys gotta remember that this is just a 28-year-old power-hungry guy who literally just became in complete control of a country with nuclear capabilities. I think he's crazy. He might just be uneducated or too young to know better, but either way, he looks like he's about to start something. Last week, he was concerned about the military drills that the South Korean and US troops hold annually. He threatened a few things would happen if we held these drills. North Korea would cut off that communication line to South Korea, they would scrap the armistice that ended the Korean War, and they would launch a nuclear attack on the United States. Well, those drills started yesterday morning, despite those threats. Was that a smart move? I don't know. That's quite a risk to take. We tried to call his bluff. The problem is that I'm not sure if he was bluffing. Immediately after those drills started, North Korea cut that communication line, and they scrapped the armistice as promised. So far, there hasn't been a nuclear attack, but who knows, that might just be around the corner. So, was it a smart move? I mean, we can't just let a guy make demands like that, right? If we let him push us around once, he'll do it again and again. He'll just start making demand after demand. But risking millions of lives of innocent people just to hold those drills? I don't know, it's rough to say. I'm gonna let you decide for your own opinion what you think about that. You can leave a comment and tell me your opinion, but you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it more, I think North Korea eventually would have cut the communication line and ended that armistice anyway. If they're making threats like that, those things are bound to happen, right? So, now that I'm thinking of it more, I think it was a smart move. That's just my opinion. You guys are welcome to your opinions. Let me know what you think. Sure, it's risky, but I think things could have been a lot worse if we started meeting his demands, you know? So what happens next? Is North Korea gonna nuke the US like he said? His father used to always make all these threats, and he very rarely came through on any of them. So hopefully the apple didn't fall far from the tree. He used to threaten South Korea constantly, especially the city of Seoul, which is just 30 miles from the border. An attack on Seoul would have been a crucial blow. Seoul is one of the largest cities in the world, with a population of over 10.5 million people. To give you guys an idea of how massive that is, that's about the same population of New York City, Philadelphia, and Detroit all put together. And just 30 miles from the border, it's got a huge bullseye painted on it. But I do agree with the South Korean president who said, if North Korea were to launch any nuclear attack, that North Korea would disappear from the face of the earth. Which is true. I think we would annihilate them. South Korea would become an island. That's just my opinion. You guys ever go to a party or a bar or something like that, and there's always that one small guy with beer balls? That's what North Korea reminds me of. He's the smallest guy in the room, and when he's drunk, he picks a fight with the biggest guy he can find. It might be because he's got one of his buddies, who's also a big guy too, China, and he always expects China to fight his battles for him if he gets in over his head. Well, so far it looks like China's been trying to tell him to calm down and relax. China seems to realize how crazy North Korea is acting, but what if North Korea throws a sucker punch, which would be like dropping a nuke? That would deal some major damage, so you know we're going to retaliate. That's for sure. And we will come hard. So what's China going to do when we beat up their buddy to the brink of death? Do you think they're just going to sit back and watch? Or are they going to jump in and have their buddies back? If China fully backs North Korea, things are going to get ugly fast. It'll probably end up being World War III. The casualty count will be in the millions on the first day. That's crazy. One day? And it's sad to say, but this is a very likely possibility to happen. Things can pop off at any second now. We can hope things calm down, but at the current rate that this is escalating, I don't think that's going to happen. So, what are your thoughts? What do you guys think? Feel free to express yourself in the comment section, but please respect the opinions of everyone else. A lot of us are from different countries, and we all see things differently. I got some friends that see the US as the bully in this scenario, and they make some good points. And that's fine for them to think like that. The way I see it, it leads to an interesting conversation. Any opinion is better than no opinion, but it's just an opinion. And whatever you do, don't blame the citizens for the actions of the leaders. Anyways, that's all I got for you today. I'll see you next time.